Sunday, May 26th, I think.
Yes.
And we are going to start you off with some singing. And we want everybody to be involved. Now, I got to tell you, it came down to a coin flip of what this first chant was going to be. It's a song I wrote that I sprung on everybody. So don't feel bad for feeling lost, because Soulshine feels about as lost as you do. So, but they said they liked it, and I mean, I like the song because I wrote it. But so we're going to just go ahead and do this and follow along.
Wait, we sing from our feet. Not from our
we
seats.
don't sing from our seat, we sing from our feet. But I am not a control figure up here, so if you feel like sitting, you go right ahead. If you feel... If you feel like not singing, that is your choice. I am not good. But if you want to sing, and I hope you do, feel free to join us. All right. The song is called I Am Worthy. I am worthy, I am good enough, 'cause I am a child of God.
I am worthy, I am good enough,
'cause I am a child of God. And I inherit health and happiness and abundance in my life. I deny my lacking consciousness and claim my true birthright. I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am good enough.
I am good enough.
'Cause I am a child of God. I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am more than good enough.
I'm more than good enough.
'Cause I am a child of God. And I inherit health and happiness and abundance in my life. I deny my lacking consciousness and claim my true birthright. Let's break it down, Richard. Now I claim this power and faith and love. Repeat. Hey, repeat after me. We're gonna. Sorry. Repeat after me. All right. I claim this power with faith and love.
I claim this power in faith and love.
I'm worthy and I'm good enough.
I'm worthy and I'm good enough.
I claim this power in faith and love.
I claim this power in faith and love.
I'm worthy more than good enough.
I'm worthy more than good enough.
I claim this power with faith and love.
This power in faith and love.
I'm worthy and I'm good enough.
I'm worthy and I'm good enough.
I claim this power in faith and love.
I claim this power in faith and love.
I'm worthy more than good enough.
I'm worthy more than good enough.
Yeah. I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am good enough.
I am good enough.
'Cause I am a child of God. I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am more than
I
good
am
enough.
more than good enough.
'Cause I am
I'm
a child.
of God.
Yeah, I like the clapping. And I inherit health and happiness and abundance in my life. I deny my lacking consciousness and claim my true birthright. I am worthy.
I am worthy. I am good
I
enough.
am worthy.
I am worthy.
Oh, I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
Woo. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. Let's hear you guys sing. Beautiful.
It's supposed to be a beautiful day. It's getting into sunshine. I thought we haven't done an aloha greeting in a while, so that felt appropriate for this morning. And Eric, I just want to say, that first song, can't you just picture Eric just jamming out, writing that? Your Unity community for sure inspired you to write that song, didn't it? Yes. So, the history of, there you go. Good job, Eric. We enjoyed that. He took a kind of dancing and then in. So we are a wild soul sanctuary. Oh! And we howl like a pack of wolves, it's pretty cool. So welcome, everyone. We are so glad that you're here. It's been a crazy, crazy week and for me, and I'm so glad to be here. This is where I needed to be to recharge. So hopefully you all feel the same. We are grateful that you are here. If it's your first time, we welcome you and are happy to share our beautiful energy with you. So what I would like you to do right now is just greet your neighbor and say, I'm so glad that you're here. If you don't know them, introduce yourself and just say hi. If you are online, put in the chat that you're watching and where you're watching from, and just say hello to the people watching online with you. Hi, Miles. Are you glad to be here? Yeah. So welcome, welcome. Good morning. And if you're saying hi to 10 people, you're getting bonus points. It's a way we'd like to connect and say hello and greet each other. All right, we ready for our mission statement? Eric has encouraged us to stand again. So I kind of feel like, aren't you in mass? Up and down, up and down. So our mission statement is, you get some squat. It's good squat, good for leg workout. Okay. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. That's pretty good. We sit together. We sit and gather together. That could be. No, I kind of like this squat workout. I used to be a personal trainer, and I had one of my clients once tell me, she said, Claire, I'm so glad you made me do all those squats, because she went to China and had to do the squatty potty. And she said, I wouldn't have been able to go to the bathroom in China if I hadn't done all those squats. So that was a good compliment. I am your host, Claire Kubota. Today, we have a beautiful speaker. It's her first time speaking for our Unity community, so I'm so glad that you are here to welcome her. But Raven Loree will be speaking. Our music, Soul Shine, you'll notice we have a different guy sitting up there. Eric is normally up here, but he's normally standing at this microphone. Today he is over at the piano because Dave is at an amazing concert up in Portland, right? And so we have Donna and Victor playing, and Richard, and all of our volunteers who are doing kitchen, greeting, the youth team, cleaning, all those things. So we just wanted, this is our time to appreciate all those amazing volunteers, our AV team. Woo-hoo! Thank you all. We couldn't do it without this amazing village. So next up, we have, see, I write this thing and I still have to look at it. We got hi to our neighbor, we got our talk, and then we have our chair. Remember, this is our chair where we put the people who are not able to be with us here today, whether they have passed on or are just not living in Bend and able to physically come and be here with us today. This is where we put their beautiful energy and share our energy with them. So we also want to do our land acknowledgement to the Warm Springs, Paiute, Klamath tribes, the Wasco tribes, and the many, many tribes that traveled through this area. We just want to acknowledge that they are the original, the original keepers of this beautiful land, and put our beautiful energy into honoring them. And so, now, it is time for celebrations. So think of all the things that you are grateful for, even if you've had a kind of a crappy week, or surely there is something. That is what we focus on here, is all the beautiful, there's always something to find. Jalela is going to be our mic person. Yes, she's coming up here. Okay, so raise your hand high, and Jalela will come over so you can share your celebration. Kathy, what do you got?
Yeah. I'm celebrating and honoring several things, actually. First of all, I am celebrating and honoring myself for my journey through the loss of my husband 2 years ago today, passing the MBLEX test to be a massage therapist, and being able to move to Sisters, and my lovely, lovely, amazing family, daughter, granddaughter. I'm so grateful.
And what a beautiful day for you to be here with us. We're so glad.
I'm celebrating my family. We built an addition onto our house, attached it to our 1950s house, and built a Airbnb rental property on top of our garage. And we've had our 4th official guest, and we're still married, and we're enjoying all this free time now. That it was a big sacrifice, but we're celebrating all the beautiful people we get to host now.
Yeah. I know. With Tiffany, used to be a regular, and we haven't seen you here or sporadically for the past year, because she's been contractor for that project. So yes, we're glad you get to be here. Leah.
I'm celebrating being able to be here with you all. I feel like I'm gone so much these days. And most recently, I was gone at my aunt's memorial, and it was lovely. As my other aunt said, it was the best celebration of life she's ever been to.
Good job, Leah. Beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning.
57 years ago today, the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. And also I'm playing for the birthday of the founder of the Sun River Nature Center and Observatory today.
Oh, cool.
Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, Sgt. Pepper.
Okay, a couple of celebrations. First and foremost, I finally got some Mimi's Bagels this morning. Being a New Yorker, this is a major accomplishment. They're really good. Number 2 is that I want to celebrate this community, so some of you know I'm moving, and I'm having garage sales and moving sales, and people came. Nobody was showing up in the morning. Okay, no problem. And then the Unity community kept on coming and coming and coming. So I'm so blessed. And then I also decided that I'm giving most of my stuff away, which feels even better than having a garage sale. I cannot even tell you how joy-filled I am. And then the third thing is my grandniece placed her first gymnast competition. She placed first and second in a few of the
What kind of competition?
gymnastics.
Gymnast.
Yes,
Wow.
gymnastics. So I'm really, I haven't met her yet. She's 7. She lives in Florida. I have to go see her. So anyway, so thank you, community. I love you.
Woohoo! And Russell's got one. You'll be next, Florence.
I manifested a new used van.
What? Woohoo!
Yeah, my nonprofit farming company got a grant, and I just got the vehicle on Friday. And a lot of people here have given me a lot of rides over the past year. So if I owe you a ride, come collect. Thank you.
Yay. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Russell.
I am celebrating almost graduating from kindergarten.
What? Woohoo! Wow. Yeah, William.
I'm celebrating the upwelling of support for our youth program. Groundwork is being laid to make it an even safer and more brilliant place for our youths. And I'm grateful for all the volunteers that are stepping up to help with that.
Yep, thank you. Nico, do we have any online celebrations? Nope, no one online? Were you just waving, Dan? You were waving it, okay. All right, I thought we had one more celebration. Okay, thank you, Jalela, for being a good mic. You want to put that right down on that chair? And then we always finish up with our Earth celebration. So this one comes to you from New Zealand. Let me get my readers on for these old eyes. New Zealand witnessed a remarkable event. 18 takahe, a flightless bird once relegated to the realm of a lost species, were released into a predator-free nature reserve. These species were believed long ago to be extinct, and there was a small population discovered in a remote forest, and conservation and breeding efforts have helped the species rebound. Woohoo! It's kind of nice when we get to hear about, that we're bringing, that we're aware of conservation and that every species is important and doing things and hearing about something thriving again. So we now want to invite Reverend Jane up to do our prayer. This is our welcoming prayer, gathering everyone's energy here today.
So let's just close our eyes and breathe in. And we just feel the energy of this community as we gather. The light and the love that is so amazing and consistent. And it reminds us of the truth of who we are, the light and love of all creation. And we affirm that as our days go along, we may have challenges. We may have times when we feel sad, angry, scared, uncertain of what lies ahead. And yet, through it all, this light and love create an embrace for us, like Mother Earth that holds us. And from whatever seems to be upsetting in our lives, wildflowers of joy are blooming because we are one with that great mother. We are one with each other. And all is happening for our good. And on this Memorial Day weekend, we particularly hold in prayer all those who have given their lives in service of our country and other countries. Those who have served from an energy of protection and valor. We know that even though war is not a wonderful solution. Valor is a wonderful quality. And we hold the families of all those who mourn, and we wrap them in that love and light, and we claim that even from great loss, wildflowers of new possibility and joy may come, because life happens for us, not to us. We know this is truth. We claim it for ourselves and for each other. And we radiate this knowing out into our world. And so it is.
Threw our team off. So since we're doing prayer now, in the back of your seat, or in the front of the seat, there's a green form in there where you can write down your prayer, or what we'd like to refer to in Unity as an affirmation. It is what you are claiming for yourself. So Eric will play for a minute while those of you that would like to submit a prayer or affirmation can fill out those forms, and then we'll have a beautiful song from Soulshine.
Please sing with us. Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I Breathe in and know I am, and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I
So I think I know not all of us like to always fill out a prayer claim form, but sometimes I just love that we hold that space and time to focus on what we want to claim and what we want to affirm. So even if you don't fill out a form, I hope during that song and that time, you just focus on that energy and focus on visualizing. So thank you for that beautiful prayer, Jean. And now I'm going to share with you some exciting things because we didn't do announcements yet. I threw it off, okay. Our announcements this week. So normally we have sound bath happening every Sunday night. It was postponed for a couple weeks, and it's going to be probably postponed a couple weeks. But Donna, you were telling me that you might have something happening, so look for that. But know that no sound bath is happening. So if you join us for that, or have friends who come, tell them that's postponed. And we have an Earth Care meeting happening. So any of you, it's a team, but it's not anyone can join. So it's not, oh, I'm not a member of the Earth Care team, so I shouldn't go to that. It's open to anyone. So they're going to be brainstorming ideas on ways that Unity can help better care for our Earth and think projects that we want to do. So that will be happening Tuesday night. It's going to be here in person as well as online. So if you're not able to come in person, but you can just go to our website and find the Zoom link for that. And then what else we got? And then this is a phenomenal event, but Sacred Women's Drum Circle happens the first Saturday of every month. Man, it's powerful. Katie Kavanaugh, if you are familiar with her from our community, but she's kind of the lead of that. But we gather, and it's 50 to 100 women in here drumming for close to 2 hours. And reading angel cards and just creating beautiful energy. So I love that they come and do that here. So, and it's a free event, but donations are welcome, and so to know that. And then this is one of our community service projects we do is for the Bend Food Project. Every other first Sunday of the month, we bring, if you are going grocery shopping, throw a few extra things in there to come and donate, and Anna delivers them to the Bend Food Project to help service and supply the food banks. So remember that's next Sunday to do that. And then Beth shared last week, she is starting on June 4th, relationship as a spiritual practice. And one of the things that she shared last week, correct me if I'm wrong, Beth, was that it's really about your relationship first with yourself. It sounded like that's kind of going to be the focus, and then how that relates to all the other relationships that you create around you. So, and Beth has a plethora of knowledge and energy behind this. So that is signing up online, so you can see all that. Do we have any more? And then we've got a concert coming up in a couple weeks. We have an amazing singer. She'll be singing at Unity, a guest musician, but she's kind of a soul R&B artist, and just her songs align so much with our message here at Unity. So she reached out to us and was traveling and said, I would love to come and perform at Unity, so we are welcoming her. So take note of that, but you'll get to see her in a couple weeks or next week. She does have a name, Kristen Lee. So, and she'll be coming with her guitarist, so they'll be doing the music on next week's Sunday. So you'll see a preview of that. We still always need volunteers for a variety of things, and I will be organizing kind of a volunteer fair that we'll do hopefully next week Sunday or within the next couple Sundays, where afterwards, those of you that are interested in volunteering and learning what the different ways that you can help support Unity are, we'll kind of do some sign-ups and have more information on a following service on Sunday. So talk to me if you're interested or curious about any of that. We're going to do Blessing of the Kids coming up, and then Genesis will take them outside. Genesis and Karen are going outside today. But yes, thank you for the reminder, Tiffany. Okay. Oh, we're doing member appreciation. We'll throw that in there too. But I do the newsletter every week, and it goes out every Wednesday. And last week I did an appreciation. Those beautiful flags that we have, kind of sharing our message. So Dan Stevenson, who I did not see, but Eric and Dan Pebbles are here. So you guys stand up, and we just want to thank you because their financial donations and labor donations helped fund that and made that happen, so to get our message out of who we are. So thank you guys for that. All right, calendars are out there on our website. Always check for that. And now we'll have kiddos come up. Miles and Gio, you guys ready? You want to go outside and play? Come on up. And Finn, hi. And Florence is here. Okay, we're going to do our blessing of the kiddos because you guys are pretty special. All right, so let's bless our kiddos before they head out. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the Christ light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. All right, you guys have fun. We'll see you later. Okay. Gio, I like your tiger shirt. Well, that's pretty fun. All right. And now is for our next section. So Victor's going to lead us in a beautiful song, and then I will welcome Raven up for her talk.
What do you do when your heart is breaking and it's coming alive? What do you do when your picture perfect life isn't on time? What do you do when your plans are different and you kind of like it, but you kind of hate it? In between, not so sure what any of it means. I'm still the same, but I'm changing. I didn't know it would be this hard, but I'm living. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end between. Does everyone hate me? Or is my imposter syndrome to blame? Am I going crazy? Does anybody else feel this way? Trying my best not to quit, leaving when I feel like it. How am I here again? In between, I'm not so sure what any of it means. I'm still the same, but I am changing. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end between. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end between. In the end, in the end, in the end. Diving in, the paradoxal tensions high. Lost in flight, oh, who am I? If not a mix of all of the memories, all of the feelings, all of the happy, all of the madness out here where the good and bad collide. In between, I'm not so sure what any of it means. I'm still the same, but I'm changing. I didn't know it would be this hard, but I'm living. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end between. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end between. In the end, in the end, in the end.
Beautiful. Wow, that's a powerful song. All right, and I would like to introduce Raven Loree. And she's got her beautiful daughter, Posey, with her, and her mom, Kathy, here to support her, as well as Unity Community. And Raven is a death doula, or a mortality mastery coach, and a shaman. And we are so excited to hear her talk, Choose to Bloom. So thank you, Raven.
Thank you. Much better. Is this on? Is this working? Okay. I really love that song, and I chose it because Oh, is it not working? Oh, is it working? Technology doesn't really like me very much, so whoops.
Is your receiver in the back?
It's right here. I have a big magnetic field, so sometimes things get a little bit funny. So, oops. Anyways, the song, one of my favorite things about it is it's talking about the space in between, and that I'm changing, but I'm still me. And it's really hard, but this is where life happens. We have an interesting relationship with the concept of happiness because society tells us that that is what we need to aspire to. And the universe actually doesn't function in that way. It's two polarities, and things oscillate back and forth, and that's what generates a magnetic field in a battery. This is how the universe functions on a macrocosmic and a microcosmic level. And if we ignore the other end of the spectrum, not only are we stagnating ourselves, but we're missing out on the whole spectrum that happens in between, which is where most of our time is spent, because that's where life happens. On a universal scale, everything represents this, and you could call it states of compression and states of expansion. The solar cycle that we've been experiencing a peak of and being able to see all kinds of things like the aurora. This is an excited period in the cycle, and it's followed by other periods where the sun is a lot cooler. It's a dormant cycle. Winter and summer and everything in between, the lunar cycle. Within ourselves, the egg is compressed small space that expands into the fetus in the womb. You're contracted and compressed again as you go through the birth canal. Then you expand out into reality. And this pattern exists and happens on a physical level in our body, as well as a mental, spiritual level throughout our entire lives. Have you ever seen a kid learning how to walk for the first time? They're super frustrated. They're almost angry. They don't understand what's going on, and they kind of compress into this like little ball of frustration and anger until it finally clicks. And then they expand out with this new skill and go on until they bump up again until the next thing. Like, okay, now I want to learn how to make my legs run. How does that work? And then they're frustrated again. So this is natural, and it's normal, and it's reflected everywhere that we have the patience to look. The thing is, we are uncomfortable with the other end of the spectrum. When this happens, especially when it happens for a prolonged period of time, Western society calls it depression. And Western society stigmatizes it, we isolate it, and oftentimes we medicate it. Indigenous cultures hold this perspective in an entirely different way. They're more attuned to the teaching and the reflections of the cosmos in nature. And when we look at what is around us, we also are learning about what's within us. If you are an individual with depression, a lot of Native societies actually revere you. You're supported in a much different way because you're either seen as chosen, you are this strong individual tasked with transmuting generational trauma for your lineage. You're a chain breaker. Or you're a sensitive individual that's able to commune with the spirit world, and you're in the midst of a shamanic initiation. Your path is going to be a healer. You're going to be that person who delved into the darkness, become light, and then you can lead other people through that same darkness. And when these individuals are supported and held, the outcome is so incredibly different than it is in Western society. And a lot of the reason is because Indigenous people take the time to pay attention to the wisdom that is all around us. When we choose to embrace frustration, like this thing, this births new and expanded versions of ourselves. It's really important not to suppress this oscillation, because when we suppress things, they become stagnant. And then attention builds because there's still stuff that needs to be worked through. This is how we grow and how we evolve. It's an upward spiral, and it seems like, just as the song said, how am I here again? You're going to keep coming around to the same place until you acquire the skill set to go, oh, I'm here again. Okay, that's not so bad. Onward we go. And the other thing is, indigenous cultures are not uncomfortable with the concept of discomfort, which is something that's reflected all around us. I don't know if you've looked at like running shoes lately. They're super cushy and super padded, and heaven forbid this amazing sensor that we were given might feel a bump or two. As a body worker, which is something that I kind of retired from, a lot of plantar fasciitis is actually caused by over-cushioned footwear. Our chairs are getting more comfy. They're like cocoons. So we're not feeling the indication of like, ooh, this chair is comfortable. Maybe I should get up and move my body a bit. We're starting to ignore these cues that come out of discomfort. Discomfort is a communicator. It's telling us something. And it was kind of in this time when I was wrestling with the fact that I'm an individual who experiences bigger oscillations between highs and lows, what we would call depression, that I started to really pay attention to what the world around me was trying to communicate in regards to this pattern. And the first thing that it was communicating to me was, dude, this is normal, and it's okay. It's not something to run away or hide from or feel bad about, because that just makes it worse. You're like, oh, I should be happy. That's what society tells us. We want to be the man on the mountaintop, but I feel like I'm in a valley. If you look outside the window and you look at the mountains, you see these beautiful peaks, but there's nothing growing on them. It's a great vantage point, but it's not sustainable. All of the trees, all of the communities are down in the valley in the flat spaces. That was interesting. And I started to look at flowers. And I didn't really understand at the time why they were so comforting, but the way that they would blow in the wind, it was really soothing. And I started to really think like, gosh, I see flowers blooming in the darndest places. And I have a picture actually of my favorite flower. This guy was in the Costco parking lot. It's very far away from like the idyllic meadow with hundreds of its own kind blowing in the wind. And it's on the side of Costco too that like most of the time it's in the shade. I don't know how this happens. There's like no dirt. It's coming out of asphalt. It's up to the side of the step or whatever. And if you've ever watched them make parking lots, it's not like there's happy dirt right underneath. Like there's layers and layers of gravel and compressed stuff, like some kind of weird paper, I don't know. It's not like a happy place. But that flower looks pretty happy, looks content. It's blooming. And I realized that it doesn't really matter what our circumstances, because oftentimes, it doesn't feel like we have a lot of control over that. This flower, its seed happened to land there, and it still chose to bloom anyways. And a lot of our experiences, whether or not they are depression or they're just compressive points in our life that are really, really hard, like the loss of a loved one or the loss of a job, any number of things that can happen to us. And it's really hard not to go, life sucks. Why is this happening to me? I didn't choose this and I don't have choice. And when we're robbed of our choice, that's when a lot of times traumatic responses can take root. But the beautiful thing is that there's always choice. This flower, even though it happens to be in a Costco parking lot, is still choosing to bloom and express itself to its fullest potentiality. And it's also going to choose to eventually compress again and go to seed. And those seeds are going to go off and they're going to find a new place. But the choice that this flower is making to push through adversity is actually making it stronger and more resilient. So those seeds that are going to be planted in a new place, should it be a parking lot, this plant might have a remembrance of that time, like, oh, I've done a parking lot. It wasn't my favorite, but we made it. We did it. Because I chose to always seek out the light and turn my face to the sun. Yeah, we're going to be fine. All that to say, it's pretty hard when you're in the midst of a dark night of a soul to have somebody come along and just say, hey, just be happy. It kind of feels like toxic positivity on some levels. Like, happiness is great, but it's an end of this spectrum. It's not the whole spectrum. There's this whole other end that has a lot of beautiful things in it too. So how in this in-between that kind of titrates from if this end is cold to kind of lukewarm, and then we got the Goldilocks zone in the middle, like that's the good stuff. And then it starts to get warmer and warmer until it's hot. And that's awesome, and we want those points in our lives, and they're going to happen because nothing stays in a compressed state forever. It just violates the laws of the universe. There's always expansion. It comes a lot quicker if we're not suppressing and fighting the compression, but expansion always comes. The blooming always happens. I don't know of any flowers that poke up out of the dirt and go, ooh, this is a parking lot, I'm just gonna die. They do it anyways, and it's a choice. And I think if I was to kind of postulate what these flowers are thinking, it's like, I'm here and I exist, and that's an awesome thing in and of itself. So many gibbery notes. I'm used to PowerPoints when I was a teacher, so anyways, okay, found my spot. My really wise and amazing friend said something to me that was actually really profound and kind of clicked when I was thinking about this whole flower thing. And it's creating kind of a ladder to help you get to that next high point. And it starts with the concept of equanimity, which is a state of total acceptance. You're just taking the good and the bad, not applying any judgment to the story, no attachment, and you just observe it. Like, I'm in a parking lot. This is not where flowers belong. How interesting. And then from there, with that foundation, you can of course hope, like this flower is doing, that contentment will follow. And often it does if you allow space for that to happen. If we're kind of trying to suppress and fight and wrestle with the whole thing, it makes it a lot harder for any kind of expansion to take root. Contentment is the middle ground. This is kind of the baseline that we want to strive for. It's kind of that Goldilocks zone. And it's knowing that there's good and bad, and it's simply appreciating the opportunity to be there at all. It's being absolutely present in the experience, and this is where most of life happens, is in a state of contentment. And eventually, once you achieve contentment, happiness is a lot easier to grasp, and it's a lot more sustainable. If you don't have a foundation and you're trying to put on a mask for other people and hold happiness, like, look, I'm happy. it becomes more of a manic state, and you're going to start oscillating between compression and expansion in a more erratic way because you're not creating a sustainable foundation in which to really hold happiness, nor are you really holding the fact that happiness by its nature is fleeting. So is the other end of the spectrum, but nobody talks about that. The goal is to just be happy, when the goal should be to experience all of it, because that means that we're alive. We're not in a stagnated place where we're not evolving and we're not growing. Without truly experiencing bad times, hard times, we can't appreciate that mountaintop moment. So, if we are that flower and we are choosing to bloom, to expand, it's finding equanimity, contentment where it is, moments of happiness as the sun kind of crests around Costco and it gets like 5 minutes of actual sun, and then it goes back again. And all of that information and experience is going within the flower into the next batch of seeds to proliferate. Okay, I'm not going to use that word. It came out better in my head, and then my tongue did a weird thing. But it's going to create its progeny. More flowers, but it's a more evolved version of the flower, just as we're constantly evolving versions of ourselves. Another great example that I like to think about is when we are resisting self-death, which is what these compressive and expansive states are representing on a spiritual development level, we're essentially creating spiritual cancer. In the body, there is a mechanism called apoptosis, and it tells the cell when to die. When a cell becomes immortal, it becomes cancer. Death is important. Cycles are important. Shedding things that don't serve us is important. If we don't do that, we become stagnated. So, flowers, trees, wherever you can find your wisdom, all of this is reflected in pretty much everything. And it just takes a little bit of stillness and willingness to go, yeah, the world isn't all roses. It's thorns too. One of my favorite quotes is, the flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. So, that's it. Yeah.
My meditation style is a little different from what we are used to around here, so I wanted to kind of preface it. I listen to a lot of movie soundtracks and stuff like that for my meditation, because if I just try to meditate and clear my head, I fall asleep. So what I do is I visualize. So I invite you, while I play for a few minutes, to just visualize whatever comes into your head. Maybe you're walking through a meadow, or maybe you're flying on the back of a very large bird, or a Pegasus, or any number of things. But let your mind free. floating back to our bodies. I would like your help. We do these every once in a while where we at Soulshine need our backup singers, and so we recruit you. So we have Soulshine and the Sunspots. So I'm going to teach you the chorus of this little song, and I would love it if you chose to sing. Again, not a control figure. If you don't want to do it, don't do it, but I'd love it if you did. You're looking at E. You got to undo your capo thing there. There you go. And Donna, you're taking verse 3. Where'd she go?
Number 3.
Okay. All right, so let's. The song's called "Listen to the Land," and I'm fairly new at doing this kind of thing, so I hope you will bear with me. But here is. I'm going to sing the chorus straight through, and then we'll do some repeating so you get the idea. But this is the way the chorus goes. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. So we'll go one line by line. Repeat after me, please. Let's listen to the land we all love.
Let's listen to the land we all love.
Nature's plan will shine above.
Nature's plan will shine above.
Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
Let's listen to the land we all love.
Let's listen to the land we all love.
Nature's plan's gonna shine above.
Nature's plan's gonna shine above.
Listen to the land. Listen to the land. All right, let's sing it together because it's all doubled up. So it's a 1, 2, a 1, a 2. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Awesome. All right, let's start this song. Just make believe you're a tiny little seed. A tiny little seed that's reaching out to meet your needs with the right amount of faith and the right amount of earth. You'll grow to see the sunshine on your day of birth. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
When springtime comes, how can you tell? The air is always filled with orange blossom smell. Come summertime, the warmest sun shines. The world is full of flowers and good melon rhymes.
Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
Autumn falls, it's a harvest show, with north winds blowing all the seeds that it must sow. Come winter time, the rain must fall, till once again the new year and the springtime call.
But let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan gonna shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. But let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land. seasons come and the seasons go. Nature knows everything that it must know. The earth and man can be good friends. Let's listen so our harvest time will never end. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. One more time. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Listen to the land. Let's listen to the land. Listen to the land.
Nico, were you singing? Were you singing? Oh, your headphones are delayed up there. Oh, Nico loves singing. We went to the big sing yesterday, and Russell was there, and yeah, we had just a fun time singing. So I like when we do that.
Again later just for you, and you can sing.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, fun song. Just get you involved. And what a beautiful talk. Really powerful wisdom. I mean, what struck me when you were talking about the indigenous people, how seeing it as an honor, like you were a chosen person, would, you know, when you were going through a hard time. That is really a powerful way to think of that, and how beautiful. So, yeah, absolutely. As a gift, yeah, rather than a why me, coming into this victim mindset of, you know, how terrible things are and you can't move forward, because how do you move forward from that? But when you feel like you're a chosen person and there's so much, this is your chance to grow, now you have a vision for a way moving forward. And you're in community. So that's why I love this community, because this is every week we get a beautiful lesson like this. Because if you don't hear it, or you don't practice, or you don't have that tool, you know, it's tools for our toolbox, right? When we get to those points where we need it, that we've now got ways out, and a community to support us, and beautiful messages to hear and keep us moving forward. So thank you. And yeah, and then during that meditation, all I could feel was going through wildflower meadows and just different types of what you took us on a beautiful journey in that, Eric. That was amazing. So yeah. So, and now is our time, you know, for our offering. And the way that we do that is it's focused on prosperity. And so I have a question for some of you. Think about what does prosperity mean for you? Carrie, what does prosperity mean to you? If you don't mind putting you on the spot. Like, if you think about prosperity, how do you? Abundance, joy, and contentment. William, what about you? What is prosperity for you? I know, that's why I picked you, see? Resilience and family. William, you got a good one? Okay. Truly appreciating what we have right now. So I think too often we go into this prosperity and it becomes about money, you know, or I'm not prosperous because I don't have enough. And I was thinking about this, one of the biggest lessons. I had a friend of mine, because, you know, I was reaching that age of like trying to decide, do I want to have children or not? And if I was going to have children, I wanted to have everything. You know, I wanted to have the financial means to care for a child. I wanted to have a safe place for them to live. I wanted to have the time and energy to be with them. And a girlfriend of mine says, Claire, if you're waiting for all the ducks to be lined up in a perfect row, it's not going to happen. That just isn't the way things work. It's kind of like you visualize, and then things you figure it out and make it happen rather than sitting back and waiting. So, and I think I'm realizing that a lot in my growth in prosperity mindset is we wait to feel prosperous. It's like, okay, when I have this amount of money, or when I have this amount of time, or when I have the perfect job, or when I've reached this goal, then I'll be prosperous. And I think it's kind of backwards, because now we're waiting to reach a certain point versus just affirming and saying, I am always prosperous, and it'll work out. I don't feel like I have enough, but I'm just going to trust that I do, and then it'll all be okay. So I thank you guys for sharing your vision of prosperity. And so I would like to invite the greeters up. And this is your time. If you are new to our community, in the front of the chairs, there's a little blue sheet of paper where you can fill out your email so you will receive our weekly newsletter, which has our talk topic and all the different events happening. It is also where you will place your green prayer claim forms. It is, if you have a donation here today, this is where you will place your donation. And know that we also have these guys. If you don't have money with you, but you would like to do a donation, we do auto donations on our website, or we have these QR codes for Venmo or PayPal or your credit card. So easy ways for you to do that. So let's sing the gratitude song, because there is so much to be grateful for.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong key. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. Gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Great unity. All right, ready to bless these gifts? From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you, greeters. All right, is there anyone who is here for the first time who would just like to say hello and what brought you here to Unity today? You don't have to. No new people here? Okay. Well, it's our time to wrap up. I see Jim went and got his prayer chaplain garb on, and Donna's for him. So we have amazing prayer chaplains, our affirmation chaplains, who are ready to do an individual prayer or affirmation with you. So if you need some extra support and someone to help create that energy for you, they will be up here after service, and you can come and grab one of them to do a prayer with you. But right now, we are all going to read, lots of reading, lots of singing today, prayer of intention. So this is what we've created so that when we go out into that crazy world out there, this is who we choose to be, right? Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here to bless the world with my loving light. Go bless that world with your loving light. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week.